Welcome to Organized Chaos, the podcast dedicated to helping seven-figure companies grow to nine-figure ones by turning HR into rocket fuel for their growth. I'm your host, Nahat Kairala, and I've been helping companies do just that for more than a decade. In each episode, I'll dive into HR topics that have a significant impact on your company's growth and leave you with actionable advice that will help your business reach its full potential. Let's dive right in and start organizing all that HR chaos. Hello and welcome to episode 9. In today's episode, I'm going to focus on the different leadership styles that a startup needs to succeed. If you're an early stage founder, then hiring the right leaders around you is definitely on your mind. Poor leadership is one of the main reasons that lead to startup failure. So getting this right is not only important for scaling, it is essential for your company's survival. No single leadership style I'll talk about in this episode is superior to any of the others. Not only that, but it is important for a startup to have a combination of all these leadership styles to form a well-rounded leadership team. I'll also close the episode with some of the essential leadership behaviors that you should be promoting within your startup. So let's dive right in. First, let's start with transformational leadership. Startups thrive on innovation and adaptability, so having leaders who are able to drive these is crucial for success. Transformational leaders are ideal here because they inspire and motivate their teams to pursue creative solutions and embrace change. They foster an environment where creativity is valued and motivate their teams to take calculated risks. This is crucial in startups where adapting to market shifts and emerging trends can determine success. Regular check-ins and open dialogues are common practice for transformational leaders to reinforce this alignment, allowing for adjustments based on team feedback and market dynamics. They are known to provide regular feedback and recognition, build strong relationships with their teams, and improve employee engagement and loyalty. In short, transformational leaders equip startups with the mindset needed to navigate the challenges of a fast-moving company. The second style is servant leadership. Servant leadership revolves around the principle of prioritizing the needs of the team. This leadership style fosters a supportive environment where leaders are hell-bent on removing obstacles that hinder team performance. Servant leaders quickly build trust and loyalty with their teams. This trust translates into higher morale and collaboration, which is very important in the high-pressure environment of startups. They are good listeners and are known to empathize with their team, ensuring that team members feel valued and understood. They're also committed to nurturing each employee's professional growth, which can lead to better trust, engagement, and retention. This trust is foundational for open communication and collaboration because team members are more likely to share ideas and concerns in a supportive environment without fear of retaliation. Servant leaders empower employees to reach their full potential and create a culture of mutual support and shared success. This not only enhances the team's resilience, but also drives the overall growth and sustainability of the startup. Next up, democratic leadership. Democratic leaders focus on actively involving their team in decision-making processes, and they value input from all levels of the organization. Encouraging diverse perspectives is a cornerstone of their leadership style. This inclusivity invites a broad range of ideas and viewpoints, which, over time, translates to more innovation and creativity. Democratic leaders leverage the collective insights from their team to design comprehensive and effective strategies that are well-rounded because they consider the needs of various stakeholders. As a result, employees feel their voices are heard, engagement and job satisfaction go up, which in turn leads to improved morale and retention. One of the most important benefits of having democratic leaders is that their style supports the development of decision-making skills across the organization because employees are constantly involved in important decisions and dialogues. The last style I'll discuss is visionary leadership. The superpower of visionary leaders is that they are able to articulate a compelling vision. Visionary leaders are excellent storytellers. They craft and communicate a clear, inspiring vision that provides direction and purpose for the entire company. This vision acts as a stabilizing force and guides the team through ambiguity and uncertainty. Visionary leaders paint a vivid picture of the future and motivate employees to strive towards common goals. Their style leads to unity and commitment within the company. They see the big picture and rally their team around that vision. Visionary leaders are skilled at aligning all work in the organization around the vision. They will openly challenge the team to think about how their work moves the company closer to that vision. They engage their teams by translating this vision into actionable strategies, initiatives, and milestones that paint a clear path to success. Finally, visionary leaders have charisma and passion that can energize teams. They create an environment where enthusiasm and commitment become contagious, and they regularly communicate progress towards the vision and celebrate milestones to further reinforce motivation and keep morale high. Transformational, servant, democratic, and visionary leaders are all important to have in your company. But there is a set of behaviors that most of your leaders, especially the ones at the top, need to exhibit to improve your company's chances of continuous growth. I call these my 6 essential leadership behaviors. Number 1, decisiveness and willingness to take tough, unpopular decisions. This is a critical leadership behavior in any business, but it can be the difference between success and failure at fast-growing companies. Startup leaders often encounter complex situations where quick, firm decisions are necessary to maintain momentum and seize opportunities. A decisive leader evaluates available information, considers potential outcomes, and commits to a course of action, even when it might not be the most popular choice. This decisiveness builds confidence and trust among team members, who look to their leaders for guidance and assurance. The willingness to make hard decisions, such as reallocating resources or changing strategic direction, can be essential for a startup's survival and growth. This behavior not only helps in navigating immediate challenges, but also sets a precedent for a proactive, forward-thinking organizational culture. Number 2, holding themselves and others equally accountable. Setting clear standards and consistently adhering to them is a must for establishing a culture of accountability within your startup. Leaders who define explicit expectations provide their teams with a framework that guides behavior and performance. This clarity helps prevent misunderstandings and aligns everyone towards common goals. More importantly, this leadership behavior is also about living up to the same expectations that they set for their team. This builds a culture of integrity, accountability, and respect. Additionally, holding team members accountable to these standards ensures that everyone contributes to the startup's success. Regular feedback can help reinforce these expectations and address any shortcomings. This practice not only enhances team cohesion and trust, but also drives continuous improvement and excellence. Ultimately, clear standards and accountability promote a disciplined, high-performing culture that is essential for navigating the challenges and opportunities of startup growth. Number 3, resourcefulness. Being resourceful is a critical skill for leaders in a startup. Startups often operate with limited resources, and this makes financial prudence an essential part of survival and growth. Resourcefulness starts with scrutinizing expenses and ensuring that every dollar is spent with purpose and delivers tangible value. This is not about being a cheapskate and refusing to spend, but rather about prioritizing investments while minimizing unnecessary costs. Leaders who are resourceful always challenge their team to seek innovative solutions that maximize impact without inflating budgets. They tend to encourage leveraging cost-effective technologies, negotiating better terms with suppliers, and optimizing the usage of existing resources. In addition, resourceful leaders promote transparent financial practices and conduct regular budget reviews to help maintain accountability and track progress towards financial goals. This approach to financial management lays a solid foundation for sustainable growth and long-term success. One thing to keep in mind here is that the majority of startups do not have investor funding, so achieving financial independence is a crucial milestone, and it hinges on budgeting and resource allocation, which is driven by the decision makers in the company. Number 4, resilience. Building emotional resilience is essential for startup leaders and teams as they navigate the barrage of challenges and setbacks that they'll face along the journey. Leaders who model emotional resilience create a supportive environment where team members feel empowered to take risks and innovate without fear of failure. Encouraging open communication and providing support can foster a sense of belonging and security, which helps the team to bounce back quickly from disappointments. Resilient leaders also recognize that they need to acknowledge and celebrate small wins to reinforce a solutions minded culture. Number 5, obsessed with value creation. There's no question that successful startups are those that can create value for their customers time and time again. That's why having leaders who are obsessed with value creation goes a long way in building a startup that is destined for success. There's no better way to ensure your startup survival than to deliver clear and tangible value to your customers. Leaders who focus on value creation are always talking to customers to understand their biggest challenges and building solutions to their problems. These types of leaders also have a talent for prioritizing what the company should build now versus later. Startups, especially early stage ones, get excited about the ideas they get from their customers and sometimes try to do too much all at once. Although it's tempting to try and build a product or service that does everything for the customer, the reality is that only a handful of solutions will deliver the highest impact. So value creation is not about doing everything under the sun, but rather about being purposeful with what your company delivers to its customers. Leaders who are value-driven generally build teams that can maintain focus on the main value drivers of your company's offering to customers. Number 6, adaptability. In startups, the only constant is change. Remaining open to new experiences and being ready to pivot is a crucial trait that startup leaders need to have. This adaptability mindset allows startup leaders to remain flexible and responsive to market changes, technological advancements, and customer feedback. Adaptability involves embracing new experiences and having a willingness to experiment with different approaches, technologies, and business models. Adaptability also enables leaders to switch directions when things don't go according to plan. They reevaluate goals and make necessary adjustments swiftly. This agility can be the difference between stagnation and growth. That's it for this episode. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about the right time to hire your first HR leader. It's a topic of great interest to founders and startup leaders that I talk to, so make sure you tune in to learn more. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a review wherever you get your podcasts. This will help me spread the word about organized chaos and keep the show going. If you have any questions or topics you'd like to suggest for the show, please send me an email to hello@organizedchaos.fyi. For more content and resources, make sure to check out the website at organizedchaos.fyi. See you on the next one.